tortillas crafted with a poet's ambition. Truth table written with life's intuition. Spices in the air singing sermons of taste. KD Moonchild paints flavors you can't waste. Come to the table, joy in your palm, dreams folded neatly in the tortilla's calm. Peace marinates as storm.
Hi, everybody! Bet you thought I wasn't going to show up, huh? Mercury retrograde works in the brain and the tongue, too. Hi, everybody! Welcome. Good to see you all. Good to see you. Hey, Rose. Fatima, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Prayers and blessings to you, dear sweet, sweet friend. I hope you feel better. Hot? We won't go there. I put up a video last night of a hawk that showed up at my bird bath for an hour. He sat there for an hour. The first 45 minutes, this beautiful bird was here. He was panting. Let me show you his picture. Let me get him here. There you go. Look at him. Isn't he pretty? He was panting like a dog. He was so hot. Isn't that crazy? Hi, Dolly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me get me back up here to me. You want to look at me? I'm in a really good, crazy mood. Last week was the best week. I was busy and exhausted all weekend, but whew, I was so connected to spirit. It was like hard to come back. You know what I mean? Rose, my darling. So your lot is now officially for sale, huh? I'm sorry. You got some plans? Your best friend of 30 years in San Antonio is looking for an apartment for you both. She wants to move from her place there. Rent is cheaper. Good community resources, medical, etc. Bus services every 20 minutes. Oh, I hope so. San Antonio's a fun city, too. That's, yeah, well, you know, you live in Texas. San Antonio. I would have to say, yeah, if I ever was going to live in Texas, that's probably where I would go because it's a little more liberal. Actually, Texas is a lot more liberal, I think, than they let us on. I don't know. Hey, I'm not here to talk politics. I really could care less today. Just noticing. You want to take a look at my resin mess? Nothing like being all ready to go, huh? Speaking of resin, I got a project I'm going to do this week. It's called a perpetual calendar. I don't know if you've ever heard of such a thing. But this is the mold. I don't know if you'll be able to tell much about it. This is the back of the mold. Let me turn on my other camera. There we go. This is the back. You're getting an idea. This is the front. This sets on this. Well, it goes, I guess it goes this way. Yeah. Anyway, the finished piece. This part I'm going to do in that white powder stuff. And then here's the calendar part. These perpetual rings that dial. Kind of fun, huh? So you got the days, the months, and the date, and the lunar cycles. For the lunar cycles, I thought I'd do that in just clear resin with these in there. You can't really see it because of the reflection of the jar, but these have an iridescent Aurora Borealis or AB coating on them. And that's all in this one. And then different colors as we go out. This will be the only part that's resin. I'm really looking forward to it. Let me show you the colors I've chosen. Here's some of the colors for the rings. These are all color changing too, by the way. This camera doesn't pick it up. That's interesting. Oh, it does a little bit. This particular one is a silvery blue. I guess it's picking it up. This one looks like it's also silvery blue, but it's not. It's a purple blue shift. So I can catch the purple. Well, you'll see when I do the video, I promise. And then, of course, this one. I love this green. Forest King is the name of it. I'm honoring Ukraine because that's where these chameleon powders came from. They're my favorite. They're so vibrant and pretty. Anyway, that's my resin tease. I get you to come and watch. You know, my resin videos are not ones where I give a tutorial on how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, and chitter chatter, yucca, yucca, yucca. It's music in the background, and it's all meant to help you relax. Just watch me work. Very little talk. So, are you guys ready to do some cards? I'm ready to get this stuff going, aren't you? Yeah, it'll be really pretty, I think. Okay, 1975, 1976 in Denver. Dad retired. You moved back to Texas. Okay, that's how when you lived out of Texas. You moved there in the early 70s. Your dad was in the Air Force. Thank you, Dad. God bless you, Dad. Thank you for your service. I grew up in an Air Force town. I love my wingnuts and flyboys. I'm the wingnut who loves her flyboys. Anyway, I grew up thinking every time one of those jets would fly over that one of those guys was going to come and save me and take me away from this horrible small town. And then I grew up and realized I could leave all on my own. I didn't need anybody else to rescue me. I could do it myself. Okay, let's get this party started. I keep wanting to reach across when I actually do have a mouse over here. Yeah. Whoop. I don't know what I made it go away for. We want to make me small and that large, and it's going to do it the opposite. There. Hi. That's better, don't you think? No. Which one do you like? I kind of like this one, but it makes me teeny tiny. That's not any better. Nah, go back over here. Hi, now you've seen all the choices there are in Restream for the different views. It's a little different because I have the chat overlay up. So, let's do a mindful prompt. I was talking to Dolly on the phone with a motor mouth and time got away with me, so I haven't pre-picked anything for us today. Actually, don't even have a topic to talk about, except it's hot, and I have the card of the day for Tuesday that I sent out to my close friends and family. Well, my close friends are my family. Dolly gets one every day. I wish I could do it for all of you. Used to do it every day on Instagram. I miss Instagram, I'll be honest with you, but I don't miss the management. Here's a good card right here. Zen. Wow. Okay. If you die before you die, you won't die when you die. Old Greek tombstone. Today, don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. Reawaken yourself to the life you want to live. Start simple. Change a routine. When I was doing Saturday solutions and going through all my hundreds of different card spreads, I kind of collect them off of Pinterest. There is one that I almost used that was called Changing Your Daily Routine. How about I use that this week? I think that's kind of a hint that I should right here, don't you? If you die before you die, you won't die when you die. If you die before you live, you won't die. So live. Don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. I've reinvented myself so many times through life. Reawaken yourself to the life you want to live. Start simple. Change your routine. I would have to say probably one of the biggest things I did to change my life was in 1985 when I decided to move back to Arizona. Housing crisis. Housing was falling apart in the Pacific Northwest where I lived. And so I ended up here. That was in 1985. That's a while back, you know. So I've been in Tucson ever since. Now I'm watching the same thing begin to happen here. There's a big rush to buy property here because prices in the desert because of the water situation are going to start going down instead of up. My mortgage, I don't have one. I can't live anywhere as cheap as I do right here. No matter what the housing prices do, I plan on living here until I'm no longer walking this earth, and so it really doesn't matter to me as long as I keep the house in good shape so that if for crisis reason I have to sell it, I can. I've been in this house since 1991. My father bought this house and he paid for it with cash. We sold 1.25 acres up in Oregon. So I think it took them 2 months of living with my aunt and uncle, which was interesting. Actually, they only lived with my aunt and uncle for about 3 weeks. And then they found an apartment, which drove my mom crazy because she was a country girl and she'd never, not used to living with hearing everybody all around her and knowing what to ignore and what not to ignore. And she called the cops and, oh, what do those neighbors do? My mom about lost her mind. Bless her heart. Stressed her out bad. But we discovered she had congestive heart failure during those years. And that was a blessing in the long run. Got one of the best doctors on earth. He's from Germany. And he's basically saved her life. When she passed away 25 years later, it's from a brain bleed from hitting her head. It wasn't from her heart. So, Donald Trump, you can tell the truth. Sorry. That's the last time I'll say his name on this channel. The thing they're not telling you guys is that disease that they came out and said he has. That's why his ankles are swollen. Why his cankles is a secondary symptom of other illnesses. That's all. I'm just saying, my mom, and congestive heart failure is one of those illnesses because we fought my mother's damned ankles constantly. It's either give her more Lasix, no, take the Lasix away, no, give her more warfarin, because every time she'd just barely bump something, she'd get a huge bruise. So, yeah. And these politicians who think they can hide that stuff. We have taken, a lot of us have taken care of our elderly parents and watched it happen. So it's just not the ones that need to matter right now. We're awake. We're waiting for the rest of the cotton picking place to wake up. Anyway, what do we need for our crystal? Ooh. I love this card. Love, love, love it. Gotta put my deck away here. It's Lepidolite. But I like anything that has to do with unicorns. I don't know about you guys. Breathe in your trueness. Interesting that pops up because of what I was talking about. I'm sure I put that energy in there, right? I was speaking to you my truth. That's what the book says. Breathe in your trueness. Lepidolite has a Mohs hardness of 2.5. So it's relatively soft. Salt is 1.0. You can crush salt easy with a spoon. Lepidolite's lilac luster is the stuff of princess dreams and fairy tales. Something in us rebels when we see it, thinking, that can't be natural. But lepidolite's tranquil times are the real deal. Tranquil tones are the real deal, not manipulated or man-made. Don't doubt my authenticity and don't doubt your own. Lepidolite quips. Lepidolite knows that being outrageous, outrageously beautiful, or funny, or smart doesn't make you false. Shining brightly gives other people permission to shine, to show their authentic, multicolored self. When you're able to put down your masks, when you recognize the person you are in the mirror, your heart and spirit calm, and your soul takes a deep breath. Let Lepidolite support you in breathing in your trueness and basking in your outrageous spirit. Boy, that's a card. There's a reason why I love that card. That's a card after my own heart. Most definitely. I love that card. Yeah. I gotta see the chat again. Yeah. I tell you, it's been interesting watching Mercury retrograde happening all over the place. This one in Leo is, I hope you've taken opportunities to use it. That class I took last week was Colette Baron Reed's Oracle Secrets class. Sonia Rain Lee, Coffee Chat Oracle, also took that class. I wish I would have known that she was taking it too, because we could have done it together. That would have been a lot of fun. Anyway, it's terrific. Well, the meditations and opening up the way she asked us to, and teaching us how to, with your visualization, how to raise your frequency, and it was very powerful. I'm still absorbing bits and pieces of it. I would love to take her Oracle school, but it's $2,000. But it takes a whole year to do. Yeah, it's not some really quick fly-by-night thing, and then you've got her to connect to directly. Ah, ooh, you found a zucchini soup recipe. You guys, my garden's the best. Official. That's why you're not seeing anything about it. I don't have anything to show you. I did start some flower seeds inside that I'm going to plant later when it gets closer to September because I got to grow. They got to grow a little bit before I transplant them, but it's just too hot. It's just been horrible. And like I said, the water situation here is really bad. The Catalina Mountains behind me, Mount Lemmon, this morning they had it in the news. They're on level 3 water restrictions. They got rain yesterday. They've been getting rain when we don't in the valley. And they're on level 3 water restriction. It's horrible. Level 3 water restriction. They cannot water their yards at all. They're supposed to restrict even, they're asking people if you can take your showers off the mountain. There's people that live up there. They're asking you to come down to a gym or somewhere and take a shower. They're also telling people that if they don't follow the water restrictions, they're going to turn their water off. The individual's water. So they're paying very close attention. I've lived here for 40 years and have never seen it like this. Happy birthday to Rose's dad. Yeah, the heat's horrible. No, the price, $2,000 for a whole year, and it's a whole year with full access to her. You can ask her questions. Plus, you become a part of, there's a Facebook community, which she encourages you to join. She says you can do it privately so that you're nowhere else on Facebook if you don't want to be a part of Facebook. I was very impressed with her. She pretty much covered my fears. I'm going to do the class, but I can't this year. I can't unless the universe helps me get that money to land in my lap. That would be really awesome. But miracles happen. Today is the last day to sign up, though. So, hey, it's okay. It's good. It's all good. It gives me a year to save up for it, right? She only does it once a year because the class lasts a year long, and she does it starting in August. So it starts officially, the first class is the 12th of August. So if any of you are interested in taking any of her courses, I can highly recommend. She's got lots of other kinds of oracle and journaling and spiritual classes that range from $29 up to $2,000. So if you want somewhere to learn a lot from a master who really makes you feel inspired, I highly recommend that you go to ColetteBaronReid.com. She's also on YouTube, by the way. Yeah, 4 crops. Well, the Saudis aren't here anymore. Well, they might be coming back. No, not with the governor we've got. I happen to have a Democratic governor right now. When they were here growing their alfalfa to feed their beef that they were growing here to ship back home. Yeah. We were paying higher rates because they were using our water. They were using Phoenix's water, but it's all Colorado River water, y'all, in the state of Arizona. I'm down towards the bottom of the state. Colorado River, when that canal comes down through Phoenix, I'm at the end. I'm at the bottom. I get what's left. So we got smart here. Our aquifer is huge under Tucson. So we put in a gravel reservoir. You can't see water out there. The water comes in from the Colorado River, from the Central Arizona Project Canal. and it goes into that gravel reservoir, and it just filters and absorbs it. It's got different layers of sand and stuff as it goes deeper. And so it filters all the impurities and nastiness that's in that canal water, and it goes down into our aquifer. Yeah. So what we pull out of the aquifer to use is being replenished. So we're good as long as the Colorado River water is there. But California uses that water too. Nevada uses that water, a lot of it. Now, what do we have in Nevada? Gigantic, stupid-ass freaking fountains and aquariums. Yeah, in the desert. Yeah, I think there's aquariums in the desert. Maybe in Mexico. In Baja. You want to go to an aquarium, you go to the coast. You don't go to the desert, is my point. Yeah. Why is it whenever you say water, Ruben makes the raspberry? Ruben and I had a nice soul meeting today. Dolly and I were talking. I was a little bit running behind today because we were talking. I was the one with the runny mouth, as usual. Anyway, so you guys, I thought today, how we doing? Cool. Let me show you the card of the day today. It is utterly ridiculous. So is that fountain. It's like 20 stories high. And the rest of us, it's the same stuff I went through in the 1970s with the energy crisis then. I had to walk to school in the dark because we couldn't do daylight savings time because we were trying to save electricity so Las Vegas could keep their damn lights on. The rest of us are living in the dark so Las Vegas can have their lights on. And now, so I moved to Arizona, right? Where I have a lot of sunlight. Lights on is it's kind of nice and the lights off. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm glad you called me, by the way, because I was going to call you later. I never know when it's a good time to call, though, because you've been really busy lately. But, man, that place looks so nice. Your house is so pretty. Mine doesn't look anything like that. I live in a hippie house. I let the desert have it. And now I'm doing things like trying to plant flowers and can't figure out why the desert's eating it. You put sugar out. What does it attract? Anyway, that's funny. Tickles me. It tickles me. You know what? We're all trying to do the best we can right now. The reason why I'm not like doing anything to move my house, I'm actually going to put some money into my house. Where else can I live for rent free? All I pay are utilities, food, and property taxes. My property taxes for a whole year are like $500. That's not bad. Well, you know what? There's a reason why I've never given you guys a complete tour of my home. It's because it's my space. This is my sacred space. You can see my workspace because it's always a mess. But the rest of my house is my space. My mother and father entertained a lot, and so this house has had a lot of love and a lot of people going through it. We used to block parties and all kinds of stuff, and potlucks for the neighbors, and I really am enjoying my quiet, peaceful life. I don't want to get too settled in that, though, because that's not good as you get older, because you tend to not want to be around things that cause you stress, because it's just, you've been through so much. Especially now. Think about people that are 80 and 90 years old right now. I can't even imagine what my parents would be thinking if they were alive. I'm so grateful that they passed before all this stuff happened. My dad fought in World War II, so yeah. No. So, you guys, I thought we haven't done this in a while. You just start bagging up stuff and toss it into the dumpster. I can replace it. Less to move. Borrow money from my bro to move. There you go. Well, you don't know when somebody's going to be buying and you're going to have to get out. So you got to go. I understand completely. I'll be honest with you. There's a little town south of here that has been traditionally filled with snowbirds in the wintertime. Lots of properties for sale down there right now. And they're all, townhouses and that kind of a thing. I don't really need almost. This place is almost a quarter acre of land in the middle. I'm in Midtown. It's an older neighborhood, so the lots are really big. I can't, with my fibromyalgia, my limitations physically, I can't keep the yard up like I should. So I just let the desert have it back. Well, yeah, so the desert now is eating when I want to plant flowers. But it's okay. I enjoy having the desert. If I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have had the hawk. Right? Isn't that the truth? Let me give you the card of the day. I started to do that here. Oh, this mouse time's out too quick. Here is what the card of the day was. This is from the Earthcraft Oracle deck. Let me grab my phone. Considering that's where the write-up is. I also use the Angel Numbers book by Kyle Gray to do the numerology, the 25. Our card today is number 25, Sacred Temple. The number 25 says your angels want you to trust that all your hard work and commitment will pay off. Soon you will enjoy the fruits of your labor. We got this card to guide us back towards the path of self-respect and self-validation, to connect to our physical body and to feel the power radiating from our skin. You are the goddess of your body, the temple. Your body is a record of every ancestor who walked before you. By honoring yourself, you are also honoring thousands of years of ancestral heritage, pride, and power. Adorn your body as if you are preparing an altar. Take time to pamper yourself with a long bath or shower and wear clothing that makes you feel beautiful. And as you care for your physical form, silence your inner critic, the voice that compares your body to others and puts you down, and speak to yourself as if you are the powerful goddess, capable of moving mountains. Know that you are worthy of reverence and of care, and your value is intrinsic. Honor the beauty in every curve, the strength in every scar, and the worthiness inside your words and thoughts. Share yourself only with those who will do the same. Hey, Bingus, good to see you. Thought that was a pretty powerful card of the day today. And here's our, let me make me go away for a second. Well, if I do that, there we go. Now, this was the Louise Hay calendar for today. I'm perfect, whole, and complete, just as I am. I love me. Yeah. I love this card. That's why I had to share it with you guys. It was like, oh, 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 my people, my subscribers, they got to hear this. They need to know your body is a beautiful thing with all its little weirdnessnesses. Honor those things. That's what makes you, you. You got a mole here or one right here. Like me. Look, I have a dent right here. Well, not a dent. It's a bump. From playing hide and seek when I was a little kid. Crater Lake National Park. Hiding behind this ginormous rock. But it had this little piece that stuck out. Just a little bit. The kid that was coming around the corner of the rock, right? And I'm like, oh no, he's going to catch me. So I'm going around the rock, just staying out of his sight. And just as he moved a little farther, I stood up to run, and there was that piece sticking out. It boom, hit me right in the head. Almost knocked me out. I'm running, and I got blood running down my face. Everybody's like, what's wrong? What did you do? I was a tomboy. Can you tell? Anyway, you guys, this calendar, it was great, and it's not very expensive. That's the part I've been enjoying it. Every day it's something that's, because it's Louise Hay. She's the queen of positive, you know? And all the beautiful nature scenes that it has, every one of them will be, oh, it might be an oryx standing in the Sahara, or they're just really cool cards. So, card calendars. So, I'm going to pull us a growth mindset card. I hope everybody's doing good. I know we're going through some weird stuff. But we all kind of, well, not all of us, a lot of us kind of knew this stuff was happening under the surface anyway. Am I right? It's really interesting to see stuff that we predicted 9 years ago finally coming about. We thought it was going to come about in the first administration. Love it. They're waking up as much as they can. And in the meantime, we're moving on. Right? Okay. What do we get? This one. Here we go. Ooh. Things are difficult before they're easy. I haven't figured it out yet, but I will. What are 3 things more difficult for me last year, but are easy for me now? What am I currently struggling to learn right now? If I had a friend struggling with the same thing, what would I tell him or her? That one's tough. Do I have confidence that whatever I'm struggling with today will eventually be easy for me in the future? Why or why not? Those are 3 terrific journal prompts. Think about those today. This little deck is just knocks my socks off. I like the card that's on top. I'm going to give it to you too. I'm resilient. I persevere through obstacles and setbacks. What does it mean to be resilient? How do I show resilience? How did I show resilience during a recent challenge? And how did this make me feel? Wow. What is something I'm struggling with right now? What can I do to get through it? I'm diving back into creativity. I'm struggling with the world out there. So I'm diving into my world of resin and color because that's my escape. And if I can't do that, I may actually really surprise y'all and start painting again. That would even surprise me. Yes, because I have the power to create my own future. Had to measure your skinny head while you getting a new hat? Oh, shed. I read. Katie, learn to read. Measure your head. And I'm thinking, how are you going to put your head in the fridge? Why are you measuring your refrigerator? Your head for the... Oh, Katie, learn to read. You were born in 1955. Never thought I'd make it this far. Every day is somewhat interesting. Could not imagine this reality back in my youth. I'll second that. I was born in 1958, Bingus. I'm right there with you. Actually, most of us in here are all not too far off. We're pretty close in that range. That's my channel demographics. And yeah, the changes I've seen. And I think about my mother, who was born in 1921, and she was raised on a cattle ranch in the middle of the Arizona desert. Hi, Sonia. Good to see you. She didn't have, half her life, she didn't have electricity, running water, or air conditioning. I can't even imagine living here without air conditioning. The houses are not sticks and bricks. They're mud adobe back in those days. That's like living in a cave. You're living underground when you're living in adobe. Adobe's made out of soil, and all adobe is dirt, sandy dirt, and straw mixed together and formed into a brick shape. And those bricks are like 18, you know those lovely pillows you put on your bed that are 18 inches square? That's the average size of an adobe brick. So that shows you how thick the walls are. Great in the winter and great in the summer. Why did we go and have to follow what the people in the north did? Because the people in the north had trees in abundance. So yeah, let's all just cut them all down and make sure everybody gets a sticks and bricks house, instead of living appropriately for the climate they live in. We have so much to learn about climate. I am very biased on the planet issue. My goddess is Gaia, but I was raised in the National Park Service, and it's all sacred to me. Life, period, is sacred. It means everything. My great uncle Tony was born in 1879, died in 1986. Wow! And he saw everything from horse and buggy to space shuttle. He saw some crazy changes. He was 106. Wow. My ex-husband's great-grandmother was 110 when she passed away. I always wanted to meet her and never had the opportunity. You know what? She was from Iowa. We always used to laugh. They had they raised corn. That was their thing. So we always laughed and said we wanted to move to Iowa so we could have a corn-fed diet, the real corn-fed diet like she had. And I'm going, well, you can eat that way. You can eat like you live on a farm. Get to know a farmer. You know, there's food co-ops all over the place. Farm co-ops are a great idea. You may need to pay attention to that too. I wanted to suggest that to you guys. In case, you know, with that big ugly bill going through, people are going to get hungry. Food's going to be hard to find, so it's good to know a farmer where you can maybe go work off, you know, a share of their overflow crops or whatever. The farmers are going to need us as much as we're going to need them. So I'm a big barter system girl. I'm sick and tired of the banks making ridiculous money and making sure we don't get anywhere. Pulling another mindful card. How are we doing on time? Oh, goodness sakes. Okay, mindful message number 1. I'm going to switch this so you guys can see the messages. You don't need to necessarily look at me. Oh, this thing. There we go. Hi. Now I'm tiny. But you can see the cards better. Ah. Follow my joy. I have to bring that one up close. The writing's kind of small. Today I will write down 10 things I enjoy doing. The things that make me feel good and raise my mood. Then I'll pick one. What? Oh, one or as many I feel guided to and go to it. When I am having fun and enjoying life, I am in a state of allowing for all that I desire. Now, bring that back down so you can see it. Follow your joy. What makes you happy? Do that. That's how you get yourself away from the stress and strife of what's going on right now. I have to be creative, so that's where my focus is headed. I wanted to you guys want to go on a meditation journey with me? Just a little guided meditation. I'll show you how to raise your vibes through visualization, if you would like. This is what I learned last week, and man, have I been using it. First of all, I want you to think of, if you were in a place of total despair, what does that look like? Now, do you have a favorite place you like to go to? Maybe like a camping spot, a place in nature. I don't know, maybe you like a ball game or a park or a particular restaurant. I don't know. A place that you find fulfilling and refreshing. Now, close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath. And then let it out nice and slow. Visualize yourself standing in that place of despair. Look around you. What do you see? What's behind you? What's above you? How does that make you feel? Do you feel despair? Do you feel hopelessness? Now you know that feeling. Take another deep breath. Now, let the universe know your intentions. You want to be raised to that sacred space you love. Now, visualize that wonderful place, your favorite place, that place that recharges and inspires you. Smell the smells, feel the feels. Breathe easy. How does it make you feel? Sit in this feeling for a moment. What's happening to you? Do you feel your chakras falling into alignment? Can you feel them spinning in the core, in the center of your body? Can you feel that energy going up and down and out your head and down through your feet into the earth? Breathe. We're going to come back, but we're going to keep this energy with us as we come. So breathe softly. Open your eyes, stretch your fingers and your toes. Hey, Stony Baker, you came in just at the right time. How do you feel, you guys? First time I did that exercise, it was like, woohoo! I just smoked some really good pot. It was like, that dab just made my brains ooze out, and there was no dab involved. So I've been using that a lot. All weekend long, I've been practicing that. You don't have to go to the despair place. It's when you're in the despair place, when you're feeling like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Close your eyes and start thinking about your very, very favorite place to be. And then breathe deeply, find a quiet place, and go there. Even if it's just for 5 seconds. I don't want to turn this into promotion, but I do have a playlist of, I think there's 6 or 8 grounding meditations. They're guided meditations that you can either close your eyes and do with me, or if you just want to watch them and listen to them to help recenter you. They're only, I think the longest one may be 14 minutes long. The average is 6 minutes. So they're kind of fun to, if you're having a hard time at work, go in the bathroom and listen to one of those for 5 minutes. It's just another tool for your toolbox. Yeah, Dolly. Thank you. I found it to be the most powerful exercise of all 3 days. It was wonderful. It was incredible. Sonia, have you watched the replay yet? I sure would like to take her Oracle school, but I don't have the funds right now. So I'm asking the universe for it. It'll come. I don't need no GoFundMe or anything like that. If it's supposed to happen, it'll happen. So, wow, we're down to the last 5 minutes, you guys. How about we take a look at the backside of our mindfulness card, which is, if you die before you die, you won't die when you die. Old Greek tombstone. Today, don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. Reawaken yourself to the life you want to live. Start simple. Change your routine. Now tonight, the leading cause of death is birth. Why are we so afraid of dying? I love that. That's funny. Who said that? I bet you. I can't read it. They do the person's name. There we go. Is that Longfellow? Yes. Oh, okay. Makes sense to me. Anyway, the beautiful thing about death is everyone gets to live before it occurs. How can you live your life to find peace in death? Wow. This is powerful. I guess, it really depends on whether you consider death to be a beginning or an end. In the tarot, it's a beginning card. Everybody goes, oh my God, I got that death card. Does that mean I'm going to die? No, that means you got changes coming. New things are coming in. It's the rebirth card. So, yeah, that's powerful. It's interesting. What is it? Not going to ask you. All this fascist stuff going on right now. What is it that scares you the most? I just want you to know for you, not for you to tell me. Once you've identified that fear of it that scares you the most, you know about it. You can reinvent it. You can reawaken yourself in a way to get rid of that fear. Yeah. Oh, sure, Rose. Hey, girlfriend. You are in a situation where you're desperate. I'm not. I have all these fears. None of them have affected me yet. I am so blessed. So, I keep hoping today's payday. You never know. I get Social Security. We might get paid this month. I say that every month. And then if we don't get, and then the 1 month that it was later than I thought it was going to be, I learned so much about what my main fear was, and it was not having enough. It's because I've been there. I know what it's like to be hungry. I know what it's like to not have running water when you live in the desert. Only difference between me and a homeless person was I had a roof over my head. And I lived like that for 4 years here. So no, I'm telling you right now. And I'm letting, standing in my strength, I will not ever be in that situation again. Because number one, that's going backwards. So everything I do now is I'm not a prepper, because you can't prep for something you don't know. But I do happen to keep a month or so food in my pantry. So for some reason, for a month, 2 or 3, I don't have any food. I can make a month's worth of food last for 3. I was raised by a mama who was a depression child. So the other day, I made sloppy joes. I used 1 patty of hamburger and half the can of sloppy joes. I wasn't even, I think, a third of the can. That was 2 meals of sloppy joes for me. And I don't eat small servings. You can ask Dolly. I send her pictures all the time. Yesterday I had gumbo on egg noodles, because I don't eat rice. Diabetic rice is bad for you. So, pasta's not the best either, but it doesn't keep your glucose high as long as all rice does. Anyway, I had gumbo with shrimp yesterday. I bought that shrimp the month before last. It's been in my freezer. It's like if I see it's on sale, or I wonder how much that is. And it's not ridiculous, I buy it. Darling, there's Fatima. Welcome back, honey. I hope you feel better. Blessings to you, my sweet, sweet sister friend. I love you. It was good. It was real. I proceeded to be in a food coma, and I took a nice long nap after that. It was really good. It was made with egg noodles, Progresso gumbo soup, chicken and sausage gumbo soup, and I added shrimp and some extra spices. I like it hot. Gumbo's supposed to be spicy. So that was probably the cheapest meal I've eaten all week, and I got enough left to do more today. There's ways we can make it, you guys. And if you have questions, or you don't think you can do it, come here. Come see me. Come to Wolf Girl Oracle. Come see Coffee Chat Oracle. Bingus can help you learning about pain medications from plant medicine. Stony can just give you a silly good time. All of these people, all of you are my family and my friends, and I love you all so much. I thank you for being here because I truly do mean together we're going to pull this off and we are going to thrive. And I am going to take you out on that. You guys have the best, absolute best week ahead. And I'll take you out. We'll see you next week. Ta-da-ta-da. Oh, come on. You got to do things in the right order.